see so many other restaurants or other businesses breaching those ethical standards nowadays, especially because of, these online trends? Everything is so accessible now.
Absolutely.
So how can you see other companies do it, and what's your opinion on that?
I think it's a very sensitive subject, to be honest with you. There are a lot of companies who are also being targeted by unfair practices. There are companies out there in India, in other parts of the world, which have expertise in giving fake reviews.
Awesome. So third episode here. How do you feel?
Amazing.
Yeah? Awesome. So I know we touched on your story, your background, some of your ventures, Roly Poly Cow, Pizza Tavola. Today's episode, I want to talk about ethics, especially in the restaurant industry. You've built Roly Poly Cow. You started in 2017, and now you have multiple locations, and it's doing really well. People love your ice cream, and you recently started Pizza Tavola as well, a new business venture in the same industry. And I know that was fueled by your passion for pizzas. And overall, these two ventures were just because of your passion for food. That's why, you found a lot of success in it. And that's why your customers love your food, right? The topic for today is ethical practices when starting businesses or starting restaurants and growing restaurants, right? I see a lot of things on social media, online, a lot of things about reviews, comments, all these things, right? And it's a pretty big topic. I will get into it. But my first question to you is, how did you maintain those ethical standards, those ethical principles while you were building, Roly Poly Cow initially and now Pizza Tavola? What was your mindset and how did you kind of do it?
First of all, thanks very much, Armand, for hosting this again. It's amazing, a very great question. I think ethics and business, they go hand in hand. Honesty, integrity, and trustworthiness is foundation of our companies. We do not compromise on these qualities. This is what I tell my employees, whether you are inside the work area or in your personal life.
Yeah.
I expect everybody to follow this. Ethics play a very big role in our success. A lot of companies I've seen that they compromise on ethics, but our policy is never to compromise on ethics. This is something I always preach. Ethics go a long way. I always say, this is what I learned from my last company. People buy from people who they trust. Once the trust is breached, the credibility is gone, then you're done.
Yeah.
There is no if and but about it.
Right.
So ethics play a big role. And honesty is the other quality which I expect everybody to adhere to and follow. And also truthfulness. Always, you're going to say something today, that will remain same tomorrow. That will remain same in 10 years' time. You don't have to think twice. If somebody asks you a question, it will remain the constant answer.
100%. No, I love what you said. And I think a quote that can go with this is, what goes around comes around.
Absolutely.
Right? And
Absolutely.
It's so good to see that, you've grown your restaurants, but you've maintained that ethical standard from day one for your entire process, from your supply chain to, the people making the food at the restaurants, right? And everything, just even your online presence, your reviews, everything, right? How can you see so many other restaurants or other businesses breaching those ethical standards nowadays, especially because of, these online trends? Everything is so accessible now. Anybody can make a decision on their phone like this.
Absolutely.
So how can we see other companies do it? And, what's your opinion on that?
Very good question. And I think it's a very sensitive subject, to be honest with you. There are a lot of companies who are also being targeted by unfair practices. There are companies out there in India, in other parts of the world, which have expertise in giving fake reviews. use Google platform, create a number of fake user IDs, fake profiles every day.
Yeah.
They can spin up a server in cloud, AWS, GCP, Azure, and with different IP address, even algorithms, Google's algorithms don't work sometimes, because these algorithms are using AI and they think this is a genuine customer.
Yeah.
This particular place.
Right.
So a lot of, I've noticed, again, this is based upon my observation, that a lot of companies which haven't been in the business for more than, let's say, 3 months, and they have acquired themselves 3,000 positive reviews.
Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. And at the same time, a lot of companies, a lot of businesses, and I know I feel that they are being targeted by the same companies, same competitors who give them fake negative reviews.
Oh, wow.
Who kind of go there, take pictures of their product, resurrect their pictures or products to make them look different than the original product was handed over to them.
Yeah.
And they just claim that they have been to the restaurant. Create a scenario where the normal customer, our smart customers, even they can be duped in thinking that this is a genuine review.
Yeah.
But that is not the case a lot of times. So we get a lot of reviews, a lot of fake reviews, given by a lot of competitors. And I just, I always say that truth is always bitter, right? And my dad told me once that if you are truthful in your life, nobody can challenge you.
Yeah.
Because that is what we follow. And therefore, sometimes I'm passionately responding to those fake reviews by pointing out why they are fake, number one. And number two, how do we educate our customers in passing out what red flags they should be looking at? What is right, what is wrong? End of the day, they are our jury, the real customers. They know that, how we live by our principles.
Yeah.
And therefore, we are still doing well.
Right.
Because they can see through that we are getting fake reviews and which should not be the case.
Yes.
But that is the case, unfortunately, as a reality.
Unfortunately, it is. I think a big reason why is because a lot of people nowadays rely on, online information to make decisions, right?
Right.
In terms of reviews or seeing what's popular on social media. And that's a double-edged sword, right? Because on one side, it's good for people that you don't want to make good decisions, informed decisions, what to eat, where to go out, right? It's because you see so many things on social media. So it's such a cool thing. And it's good for businesses as well, right?
Exactly.
But on the other side, there's this other world where people are taking advantage of that. And people are leaving, or competitors, like you said, are leaving fake reviews on other competitors to put them down so that they can get more customers or market share, right?
Yep.
So you really see two ends of the spectrum here, right? And it is pretty disappointing because the average person who starts a restaurant, right, and they want to see it do well, they've worked hard you've worked hard over the course of several years,
absolutely,
to get to where you are today. And for your progress, or for anyone's progress, to be slightly diminished by a competitor that's not even a true comment is just, it's mind-blowing.
It is. I mean, look, we make mistakes. We are just like every other business. We also do make mistakes. But how we resolve those mistakes, how we overcome those issues is what differentiates us. For example, I can easily pass through who is real, who is not real. A lot of time, a real customer has given us a negative review, but at the same time sent us an email stating the exact issue, what really happened.
Yeah.
And we quickly, addressed those issues.
Yeah.
We approached the person. We offered them to come back, and we discussed that issue, and we took care of that issue. So that also helps us to improve. Again, I mean, we are not perfect, but we try to be as perfect as we could be. when we are in this business. So customer-driven business.
Yes, 100%. Why do you think sometimes competitors leave fake reviews or they pretend to be a customer? Why do you where does that mindset come from? Why would someone want to do that? Not even one time. One time, fine, it's a mistake, or once or twice. But you've seen it happen multiple times.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Where does that come from? Like, why would someone want to do that?
I think just unfair business practices. Some people are following unfair business practices rather than focusing on their own business, being creative, being innovative. They look at us as us being a threat.
Yeah.
But I don't think that should be the case. We just focus on our business. We like to innovate. We like to create new products for our customers. And obviously that's also a testimonial that some of the competitors copy our products. Just exactly how we create our Indian-inspired desserts. We were the first ones in Brampton and actually everywhere in the world who created the rolled ice cream in Indian, in flavored rolled ice cream. We were the first one who created caramel milk cake. We were the first one who created red velvet cheesecake, for example. We were the first one who created, badam kesar rolled ice cream. Nobody had heard about it.
Yeah.
And so I think, I don't know what the reason may have been, but obviously we like to focus on our own business.
Yeah.
And we just think that everybody should also focus on their own business rather than attacking other businesses. It's not only us, by the way, who get fake negative reviews. There's a lot of Indian restaurants where we love, for example, chole bhature. We love chole bhature at one specific restaurant, but when we see people bashing them for no reason, that tells me that that poor place is also getting impacted.
From a customer's perspective, I mean, like, if I saw, like, if I love a restaurant,
exactly,
and I see some like negative reviews, I'm like, is that person even real? Like, there's no way, like, because
exactly
the food's so good, and like, it's like, how can you, like, I kind of want to meet the person that ask them, like, what'd you get to eat then? You know?
Yeah.
Awesome. When you're trying to, get customers and have people try your amazing food, right? What's like one message or how would you try and get those customers to come to your restaurant because you followed ethical practices? So what do you do? Like, what do you specifically do to attract those people and customer service when they come to the restaurant? How do you leave that lasting impression in their mind so they come back?
It's a great question, Arman. I think number of things. Our products, we make sure our products are made with top quality ingredients, the quality of those products, consistency. We make sure that at all our locations, we have 4 Roly-Poly Cow locations and 1 Tavola location. All products are made in exactly the same way. If you go to one location today and if you go to other location tomorrow, it should be the same experience.
Yeah.
Customer service. It's an experience. Enjoying a rolled ice cream or our Fluda Rabdi or our scoop ice cream is an experience for you to come to our place. It's not only just grabbing a product and walking out. I want people to enjoy, be there, see how things are done. The kids love our products. So what I always tell people is that come and taste our products and be your own judge.
Yeah.
And see the difference yourself.
And you'd enjoy more, especially on like a sunny, hot day like today, right?
Sunny, hot day today, like today, it's weekend. It's starting the weekend. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's I think the people are enjoying our products. While I'm at this subject, I would also like to mention that right now we worked on one of the amazing products. Brought me back to my childhood.
Right.
We just created a new ice cream flavor for Malai. And this Malai is so amazing ice cream, scoop ice cream, that if you put a little bit Fluda on top, a little bit of rose water, this will take you back to India.
Wow.
And olden days when things used to be pure.
How'd you come up with this flavor?
I think...
What inspired the thought?
it's just that I wanted to have something which during my childhood years, I used to love it.
Yeah.
And then it took a while, experimentation, number of iterations. Finally, this product, as a matter of fact, yesterday, the sugar level was so nice that it just reminded me that this is what I used to enjoy. And so therefore we will expand on that product. We will introduce first time our Rabdi Fluda Classic with Malai. So it's going to be called Malai Rabdi Fluda Classic.
You see, that's so cool because you talked about experience before, right? Part of experience, like when someone goes to your stores, it's so customizable. You could choose so many different ingredients and pair so many different things together. And I think that's part of what brings the experience through, because when the customer is able to exactly choose how they want to, consume their product, it makes the experience so much cooler.
Absolutely. And, we have vegan products, we have sugar-free products, and then we even have sugar-free sauces. Caramel sauce is sugar-free, chocolate sauce is sugar-free. And then we also have the mixing ingredients, which are also sugar-free.
Yeah.
Toppings are sugar-free, some more wafers are sugar-free. So we have vast variety of products for kids to all the way people who want to live a lifestyle of non-dairy and sugar-free ice creams, while they still enjoy our desserts in the same fashion,
So you're telling me I might be able to shed some weight while eating Kanwal Kalra Podcast. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool for sure. What are some more new flavors that you have up and coming, or things that you might want to experiment with in the future? And when you try and create a new flavor, what goes into your mind in terms of how I want to make this new flavor and how I want to bring it to market?
Absolutely. Good question. So, rolling out any new flavor is not that easy because, you have to obviously spend a lot of time coming out with the flavor, and then you have to taste it yourself first. If I don't like it, I cannot really let my employees taste it first. So let's assume I like a product. It goes to my employees. They taste it. They give me their feedback. Then we get feedback from our customers.
Yeah.
Like for example, Sitafal, apple custard, scoop ice cream flavor we just launched. And after first week, I got a feedback that it doesn't have that strong flavor, Sitafal flavor in it. It tastes amazing, but Sitafal is a very challenging fruit to work with because it's a lot of sugar and the flavor is less. And, the only way to overcome is adding essence, which we don't like to do. And I am not going to do essence. So today afternoon, my experiment is going to be adding additional Sitafal pulp, but that will increase a little bit of sugar.
Yeah.
That means the sugar in the base has to lower down a little bit to compensate for that increase. So it's a time-consuming process, but once we have the end product done correctly, then we roll out, then we bring that product to the market, we announce on Instagram, and then we use marketing team like yourself in the next up comes in the picture. They bring to people's awareness, and then we roll that product out.
It must be such a rewarding feeling, though, going from testing to seeing it on the menu and then seeing customers try it and then seeing customers love it.
Absolutely. Customer love it that we have to constantly check the data. When the product is being sold, how many of those got sold compared to other top quality products or top selling products.
Right.
So that gives us an indication that this is going to work. And then we just keep it permanently on our menu. And I want to give another example. We rolled out Diwali Dhamaka. There's a product called Diwali Dhamaka a long time ago during Diwali season. And that product became so popular that we never took it off from our menu.
Wow.
We still sell that product, even though it's called Diwali Dhamaka.
Think about that. So it got popular during Diwali, then people love it because that's something they just have that year round. And it's just super cool. What about so when a customer tries a flavor, right? How do you get the data and say what you like want on camera? You don't have to say everything, but how do you get the data to then analyze how the customer likes it, and then how do you use that data to improve to get more flavors? Because that's by experimenting new flavors. Every flavor you've come up with there's a reason why you came up with that flavor.
Absolutely. I think a lot of our flavors are depending upon, not a lot, I would say all of our flavors are depending upon our customers' requests, and also the demographic. A lot of places, let's say we have a store in Etobicoke, right? People living around there, they're not too fond of Tutti Frutti, right? People living in Brampton, they love Tutti Frutti.
Yeah.
It's the products you have, you've enjoyed while growing up. Those products make you nostalgic and obviously make you want to eat those products. So we constantly look for the in the data we collect, what goes at which location, and then we tweak that accordingly based on our customer demand. So that's how we feel that AI and data analytics is very important for us to find what goes and what doesn't go.
100%. And that's coming from your background, right? In IT and everything. So that's very, very cool to see. What's your favorite flavor that you've created, or your top most proud flavor that you've created? Maybe it's your first flavor when you started, or maybe it was after. Is there a specific flavor that like brings back like nostalgic memories for you?
Absolutely. Malai.
At this point, you just made an iteration on that.
We just finished making malai and I love it. It's just so good, Although, we have other flavors which I also like. Like, for example, we have a very special flavor. It's popular, but it's not very popular. But people who love it, they love it. It's cashew toda. Cashew toda. It's we have a pure toda made for us by Hawaii. And then we put the toda in our ice cream along with cashews. And the end result is so amazing. Beautiful. So like a real classy touch to an ice cream.
So cool. I'm looking forward to trying that flavor for sure.
Absolutely.
What's like one message? I know we're focusing on Roly Poly Cow for today. What's one message that you kind of want to give to people that are your Roly Poly Cow customers right now, in terms of what they can expect with the brand for the future, in terms of future flavors and future growth, in terms of, what you can expect, the different flavors and, maybe different menu items. Like, let's talk about that. Like, what's your goal or vision with the brand? You've already grown so much, but what's the goal for the next 2-3 years?
Sure. Again, we are taking our time to grow, but we just want to make sure that every time we launch a new location, we don't forget who we are. We don't forget our values. We don't forget our honesty, integrity, and those principles. We just want to make sure that we continue to follow those. We continue to make sure that our quality of our product is never compromised. We continue to make sure that our people, our staff, is continue to enjoy working for us. And when we have all of these things in place, I feel that we will be successful. But I always believe in slow growth, but a solid growth. And, and I am pretty sure down the road, we will have more locations opened, but I don't want to rush right now. We are operating the way we are, but we want to take baby steps moving forward.
You want to make sure that the customer is taken care of first.
Absolutely.
That is a priority, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. I want to ask you one more question, and then we'll wrap the podcast.
Yep.
So for customers that are reading these reviews online, what's a message that you would give in terms of allowing them to understand what they should believe or what they shouldn't believe? Like, it's very confusing out there. What's your message?
It's a very good question. I am just like our customers. There's no difference. We also go out.
Yes.
Right? And sometimes it becomes challenging for us as well, whether this review is fake, this review is right. So yes, it takes a little bit time to parse out what is right, what is wrong. Whether we are going to be disappointed for the evening or we're going to enjoy. So my advice is to our customers are innocent but smart. They should look at the pattern. They should catch those patterns where if they find a restaurant has just recently opened 1 year, 6 months, and they have like 6,000 reviews, 5,000 reviews, even in thousands, right? It took us like to reach 800 mark. It took us like 7 years, right? So it takes time for people to get positive reviews. A lot of people don't give positive reviews. They are very quick to jump to give you negative reviews. Like, this is human nature.
Yeah.
Right?
And negative word of notes spreads fast.
Exactly. I want people to look at the pattern. For example, some companies are getting 15 reviews, 15 positive reviews in one night. Right after they got one negative review. That is a pattern, right? That they should look at.
Yeah.
That should be a red flag.
Yeah.
Again, go with your gut. Sometimes don't go looking at the reviews. Look at other things. Go and try out the product yourself. Then you see the difference.
Wow. So we talked about reviews and what people are putting out there online. What's one surprising story that you've experienced?
Arman, this is a difficult question, but if I remember, a couple of stories, which one story really disturbed me, the other story bothered me. The story which bothered me is this happened like 2 weeks ago. This couple walked in, bought mango rabdi fluta, right? The way we make mango rabdi fluta is, for the decoration, we put mango chunks, make it beautiful cup. These guys bought mango fluta and 3 other rolled ice cream. They walked out, gave us a negative review, didn't exchange anything with my staff, and removed the chunks of mango. Wow. And then took the picture to make it look like they bought with our logo and all that stuff. This is not our product in a way, but just imagine the connivingness in doing that. The other disturbing story, which still stayed with me, and I personally think we need to really find those people who behind that story was, it was a similar Google review. I looked at the camera. I found 2 people late night. We open our stores till 2:00, enjoying our ice cream products, really talking with our staff, communicating with them. Very lively stuff going on. This is what I could see on the camera. But the next morning, the review was that somebody came with another person who had autism, and we did not treat them well. This was a cooked up story, and that was so disturbing to me that I cannot even tell you and our listeners that when the competitors stoop to that level, who create this scenario where to make things look real while still writing the untruthful, dishonest review is bothersome. And I always think that either Google should implement some more strict rules, or we should get help from our customers to find these people, who these companies are, and we should just expose them, get their license revoked, And I still, as I said, this was a disturbing review, which shouldn't have happened at all.
And I think that's a great way to wrap up today's podcast. It was a great conversation about ethics, about Roly Poly Cow, about your plans for the future, what people can expect, your new flavors. I mean, you're doing something different every day. And I think that's what allowed your brand to be so successful to where it is now. And that's what's going to allow your brand to continue growing and for your customers to continue enjoying your food day in and day out.
Thank you, Arman.
So it was a pleasure. Kanwal, thank you so much. for this amazing time with you and for these amazing insights. Any last message that you want to give to someone who's watching right now?
My message is that enjoy the desserts. Desserts always have a lot of calories, but at the same time, make sure that you keep healthy. You go for exercise, join a club, and basically, portion size your meals and stay healthy.
Enjoy the rest of summer, guys. It's gonna be good.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.